So right now you should be facing straight onto your opponent, feet about shoulders width apart. A good way to tell if your feet are a good distance is if you sit straight down with your hips. You should feel pretty good. You shouldn't feel all knees tucked in, but you shouldn't feel all solid horse stance either. Okay, it should be nice and comfortable. Imagine a straight line between your feet that go directly to the center of your opponent. Okay? Now, a second line perpendicular to that goes across your toes. Okay? You should be seeing a cross, and that's our first key word. For your feet, the word is going to be cross. Okay? So you should see this cross now. Take the front, to reiterate, the perpendicular line is touching your toes. Take your shield foot, for those who are pole arm, your lead foot. Move it not across, but straight forward, parallel to that center line, and put the heel on the front side of that line. Okay? Next part is where your hips are going to go. Key word for your hips is stool. Imagine between your heels, directly between them, it should be right in the middle of that cross, a little tiny stool. Okay? When you compress yourself down, you should be sitting on that stool between your heels. If you are sitting back, you're behind the stool. Most people won't go forward of it, but back is an issue. Okay? You're sitting right down on that stool. That's your hips. Your hand, go ahead and stand up so your legs don't get tired, just I know mine do. Your hand, who here has thrown darts? Not professionally, just ever thrown darts. Okay? It's most of us. Who has, and even those who haven't, do you ever throw or see anybody throw from here, here, here? Nobody throws from any of these positions. The reason? You don't know where the dart's going. You put it right here in front of your shoulder. Okay? Most people will throw straight out of this shoulder. So when you throw your shots, you're throwing your shots like a dart. Okay? They're coming from right in the space in front of your shoulder. I will imagine my hand as a ball, my basket hilt, my shoulder as a ball, draw a line through them to your opponent. If your hand is outside your shoulder, it's actually pointing over here, it's not pointing at your opponent. Okay? People will say that I am fast when I throw. I am not. Not fast. I'm actually a little slow. I appear fast because I eliminate all the extraneous motions. And this is part of what that is. Your other hand is going to be your shield hand. For me, the key word is temple. The corner of my shield, and even if you have a round shield, there's a certain point where you have the top of the shield and the bottom. That point in between, that should be up around your temple. Okay? So, what you're going to end up with is, everybody shake their legs out because I get tired standing still. Okay? Back to the beginning. Face your opponent straight up. Feet, toes touching the line. Shield or lead foot, heel on the front of that line. See this? So there's your cross. Now see the stool between your heels. Sit down on it. Now your hand is darts. Put it right up in front of your shoulder. Not above it, but in front of it. But remember, what you're thinking here is not, don't take your sword position, take my sword position. Okay? Front of the shoulder. Your other hand, this is going to be a little odd because you're going to imagine your shield, but you're going to put it where you feel the point sits up around your temple. Okay? The last thing is, the tip of the sword actually is back a little bit, so it's over your head. The tip should never be forward of your basket hilt. The only power you can throw from there is a rolled shot, and then you telegraph again. Okay? Now, shake it out. Does that make sense to people? Okay? That's how I get my stance. What I'll do now is we'll talk about how I actually throw the shot. This goes back to darts. Duke Dog gave me an example. His word was serving soup. Okay? So that's how we either serve soup or you're dumping soup out. Okay? So, practice all again. Get your feet back where they belong. So find your cross. Move to where they belong. Sit down a little bit. Put your hand in front of your shoulder, your hand up for your shield. Now, open your hand into a cup. It's going to be sideways. Okay, not up, but it's actually, you're holding the bowl sideways. Okay, imagine for the first part, soup actually can stay in the bowl when it's sideways. Okay, what you're going to do is push your hand forward and flatten it out so it can hold the soup. And then bring it back again so the bowl is flat. Okay? You serve the soup straight forward and you pull it straight back. Okay? What you should feel is a straight line forward and a straight line back. To hit on the opposite side, you just change where the bowl goes. So our bowl is upright, push forward, and dump the soup out. Can everybody feel the straight line of the shot? If you take that starting position again and leave it that way, push straight forward, there's your straight shot. Okay, relax a little bit. Can everybody feel how the shot is the same? Whether I'm throwing left, right, or center, my motion is the same. Okay? I want to get into some whys real quick here, because it'll give us a chance to relax a little bit. Reason for foot position. I'm a why person, so knowing why helps me. Reason for foot position. When I turn from my opponent, this is what happens. If I face him, in fact, I want you to just put this arm up straight. Okay. If I face him, this is not how close I'm going to be, but I want you to see the relative change. If I turn my feet, I just lost 12 inches of range. But I'm not any farther out of range. And in fact, if he steps to his right just one pace, he's actually behind me. And I've done nothing to stop. I can't stop that. What ends up happening is I torque. Now I've ground myself from the ground and I've lost all of this. I can't, he can control me and he doesn't have to worry about my weapon. Okay? It's instinctive. You will see it in beginners. They will turn because it's instinctive to get behind the shield. But this does nothing for me. Okay, does everybody see that? The other thing it does is the shield comes over, shuts down my vision. Or I have to look over the top and that's a whole new problem. The second part is your hips. Why are we sitting down here? The reason for that is the human body can expand a great distance. It can travel a great distance like a spring. The more you stand up, or your opponent stands up, the less distance he can travel without coiling that spring. So if you have an opponent who's going to stand here on you, your only concern is what his range is from here.